How's it going, guys? I'm back at you. What we're doing today is I plan on working on the coupe. I gotta finish up some welding. Then I'm gonna grind it. I'm gonna try to get all this ground down, smooth. The back's done. The B pillar on the driver's side needs to be ground down. This one needs to be ground down. Still got some welding on the front A pillar here. Then my chop will be done. Y'all don't know, on the channel doesn't know much about this car. This car was built in the parking lot of a drive-in movie theater with a bunch of buddies at a car show. We took 2 days, completely built the car from the ground up. It's on 32 deuce rails, small block Ford, AOD transmission. Don't hate me on the AOD. It needs a manual, but hey, it's what we got right now. 9-inch rear end. And we originally chopped this at 4.5 inches. And I liked it then. Got it back home. I've progressed it a lot further. It's a running, driving car now. But the problem is every time I was out, I had the car outside and I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, something is off. Like, you would look at one angle and the car would look perfect. Then at other angles, I'm like, man, something's missing. So I took it upon myself. I didn't catch any video doing it. My bad. I wasn't doing this when I did it a couple weeks ago. I took another inch out of it. So the car's sitting right at 5.5 inches now. I still have plenty of headroom. I'm not a tall guy. So I have plenty of headroom. I think 5.5 inches gave it ton of attitude. The car looks pissed off just sitting there. So that was the main goal, is I needed it to have the attitude where it always looked like it was pissed off or it was going fast just sitting there. So I plan on, just like I said, getting a couple things welded up today, some more grinding, getting it more smoothed out. That way I can focus on doing the windshield frame, getting a windshield cut for it. Then all I got to do then is get my buddy Tim to cut me a piece of glass, and I'll have glass on it, at least in the front windshield. I'm not worried about the side windows right now. It's just not that big of a deal to me. It probably will be down the road, but right now, and when that time comes, I'll still have to come in here and adjust the inside, cut and move it in to where the windshield sits flat inside. But man, that's the goal today. So bear with me. Let me get you set up on the tripod, and I will start throwing sparks. So here we go. Probably gonna have my. I'm gonna work on this area right here first. I just gotta grind and clean it up. Get stuff situated. I'm gonna knock this down first off with the grinder. It's a pretty wore out pad that I'm using. That way it helps me not go too far. And I'm probably gonna switch over at the end with the air grinder, and I'll polish it in. So let's see where we're at. Let me find some glasses. That way Miss June doesn't yell at me. And this is all I have right now with my Ray-Bans. I have no idea where safety glasses are. tell you, it helps. You know, if you had a better grinding wheel, like a newer one, it would take it down a lot faster. But with dealing with this such thin sheet metal that these cars are, from being almost 100 years old now, that I like having the more wore out pad on there. That way I can just slowly take away at it, and then I can come back at the end with the air grinder, smooth it right in. You're still gonna need to body work it and fill it and do all that, but you'll be able to get it real close. Also, if you have a project out there, and do not be scared to cut on it. Man, I was here by myself, and just decided, you know, another inch is where I wanted to be. So, braced the inside up, laid it all out, and cut another inch out of it and set it back down. And just tackle it little by little bit. And the big thing that helped me on this one was I decided that I wasn't going to rush it. So if I got the backside cut and I felt like, you know, laying it out and start cutting here and things were giving me problems, man, I just packed up tools and went home for the day. Like, at the end of it, you just want to make sure that you're happy with it. Don't worry about impressing someone else, because what I say is screw them, because they're not out in the shop doing it. You'll get a lot of people online or in life that think, oh, you should have did it this way, you should have done it that. Don't know how to do it themselves, have never done it, and is not getting out. Their project is still sitting in a shop, not being touched. So as long as your project is moving forward, and you don't have to put, you know, a full day in every week. And if you put in an hour a week, you'll be amazed at how far your project will go. And you'll have it back on the road. Just try not to get burnt out. A lot of people get burnt out on their projects and they sit. So if something's you're struggling to get right, move over to something else and tackle it. Something a little bit easier that'll get your motivation back up, and just then come back to this. That's what I've done. You know, it's worked for me. But that's enough talking. Let's get back to grinding. Also, I should have parts for the bead roller come in today or tomorrow. Hopefully by the end of this week, I can start working on it. We'll get it situated. I still got to figure out how to make brackets and get it to mount to this bead roller. So y'all will learn how to do it the same time I learn how to do it. So yeah. But the whole car is not perfect. But it is cool to strive to step your skills up each time. The more you do it, the more you'll learn. You'll learn what the metal does. You'll learn what it likes and doesn't like. I did this backside here, and I got this area right by the window where when I was hammering dolly in it, overworked it. My bad. And it did a thing they call oil canning, where you can barely touch it, it pop in and pop out, you know, move in and out. So I had to fix it, but you know, now it's strong. So this still needs to be come back through, you know, fine-tuned in. I'm probably going to leave it like this for right now. Move up to the front part of the door, clean it up. I'll probably get the welder situated and start welding that in. So bear with me. Let me get power run over there. I also plan on doing a video probably soon. I don't know if it won't be this week. Probably we're going to shoot for next week of some sand casting. So if you're interested in learning sand casting, like I said, not a professional on any of it. But all you got to do is not be scared to try, and you can accomplish anything. So I got a new part in that I want to recast for this car. That I'll also be making some that I can sell. Alright, I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. Alright, back with you guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this paint down just a little bit further. I have to weld this little bit of a gap here. Then I'm gonna leave the inside cut loose because I need to spread it out where it needs to be. I can probably maneuver this one in, but I need to clean this and cut, and I'm gonna work on that now. So let me start with finishing welding this door up. Situation. Let's clean up this. Hit the button on the welder. What I'm gonna do is fish this through. pretty good. Let me see where I got the welder situated at. Let me turn the heat down in this shop. It's getting hot. Let's see where we're at. And when you're welding the thinner stuff, you just want to do a couple tacks, let it cool down. You see my glove touches it smokes. Yeah, so you let it cool a little bit, come back, do a couple more tacks. You definitely want to do that when you have, which my head is cut out of this shot. You definitely want to do that when you're on a longer panel. When you're doing a patch panel, you definitely want to do a tack, skip over 4 or 5 inches, do a tack, and so on. Then you can come back right there next to that tack and do another tack, move over 4 or 5 inches, and just keep moving away until you have the complete thing welded up. Got a little hot right there because I wasn't doing what I just said. Sometimes you get in a hurry and you screw up, but it's all fixable. Don't be scared. It's metal. You can replace it. It just makes it a little bit more work, but you know, it can be done. Turn this heat off. I'm getting hot. Let me try to get this just a little bit welded up. Also, I plan on, I don't know when this video will go up. If I get home and I can figure out editing, that has been my big problem. I don't mind shooting the video, doing that. It's trying to figure out this thing in editing is not as fun. This is a lot more fun than working on the computer part. But we'll get it figured out. all the way around there. Got a little bit to do here. Alright, check here. Got that tacked up. Let's see. Don't mind the shop, it is an absolute mess. I'll grab the camera and take you around and look at some things that I have. Let me see if I can get this off. It's an absolute mess. Let me get you turned around. Right. Man. Alright. Just a ton of parts laying around. A lot of these parts I've got from picks this last year. Like all these hubcaps came out of a pick that the guy collected parts. Talked to his daughter and them, and they said that he didn't build any cars, he just liked buying the parts. So there was a lot that he was a lot of parts that he had that he never intended, you know, he just enjoyed the buying of them. So a lot of parts were still in the box from who they originally were shipped from. So then also, tell you a little bit about my Kindle oil sign. I found it probably 5 miles from the house, or from the shop here. That used to hang in the Balanced by Beasley shop. Big name for around here. He was one of the first in the country to balance engines back in the day for drag racers. So yeah, so always keep an eye out on parts. You never know what you'll find. Like the steering wheel there is a Lincoln Zephyr steering wheel, lucite red. If you polished it up and took it outside and put a light behind it, it would light up. You can find really cool parts at your local antique stores, anywhere. There's a lot of things that people, they have no idea what they are. But you can benefit from it. So then also those parts turn into money. So if you can find parts and flip, put them on Marketplace, and sell them, there's people out there looking for the stuff. A lot of this that is on the walls and everywhere is stuff that I've picked and I've decided that I want to keep it. So if it's hung on the wall, it's one of them. Later on, maybe I'll get a custom car that needs a custom set of hubcaps. The Lincoln Zephyr steering wheel, I do plan on putting it in the car. I'd like to have it restored, but it costs a pretty penny to restore it. So, and I don't know when I'll be able to do that. So, not a very long video. I don't want to bore you to death on tack welding, little stuff, but turn this welder off. If I can find a switch. But yeah, there's the car. You know, there's a lot of things on this car that most of the stuff that's on this car and that I've built, I have bought from flipping parts, just like I was showing you back there. You know, I'll buy one part knowing that I don't need it, but I know it's worth something. So, and that's the name of the game. He's like, you buy something, you flip it for another $1, and you just keep it moving that way until you get something like you want, like the E&J style headlights. And that's, you know, that was the whole deal with getting those. I couldn't afford them just out of my pocket, but I could afford them by flipping car parts. You know, I had a goal in mind and just kept pushing towards it until I got it. So with that being said, guys, I won't bore you to death on this episode. I didn't know I was gonna make an episode anyways, but I thought, you know, working on the car, I might as well shoot a little bit on it. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that has subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Please just like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Hopefully, like I said, every video will get a little bit better. I'll get a little bit more comfortable talking in front of the camera, and you know, that's all it is. I have plenty of stuff that I want to do. Hopefully the next video that we do, I'm putting the motor on the showing you how to put the motor on the bead roller. Then next week I hope to be casting, I'm probably going to cast like an Auburn style gauge panel for this car. Then I'll probably be casting some more of those to sell. Thanks for everybody watching. Have a good day. See you next time.